Okay, so this is, well, welcome to this video, right? Now, after blowing multiple funded accounts, right? Multiple accounts, not passing any combines, I finally made it, right? I finally got my first payout across two funded accounts, as you guys can see here on my screen. And this is in the flex. This is to talk about the psychology and also what was happening at the time when I was going through this for this week. I know last week I recorded how I made like 5K on like within 3 days, and those were across multiple funded accounts. I think in total it was three. But overall, I had to wait until Thursday to actually get those payouts. But yeah, it was a good, it was solid, it was solid trading days. And then I want to say a month ago, I started the series, right, to talk about like, okay, I need to get a payout, right, just to feel like the realness of all of this. I need to get a payout, and that was the overall goal, right? Get a payout, and then from there, coincidentally enough, after I got a payout, I went on tilt and lost all of my funded accounts. I didn't set a stop loss, and then gold just fucking dumb. But it is what it is, right? This was to document the journey overall, right? And like, literally, I want to document myself becoming a super profitable and consistent trader as a whole, and to hit overall all of the goals that I have for myself, right? What I didn't expect was how hard this was going to be, and it's not even like the money thing. Like, I mean, the money does play a toll, does take a toll on you, but overall, like, I failed evaluations. I blew funded accounts. I broke rules when I knew better than to break them, right? And the worst part is, it wasn't like, once again, it wasn't the money. It was me realizing my psychology was a problem, not necessarily the strategy that I was implementing. Okay. Every blown account forced me to take a look at myself. Every time I took a loss, I had to take a look at myself to figure out what did I do wrong and question, am I actually cut out for this? Like, why can't I not be successful when it comes to trading? It's not even that I couldn't be successful, but like, what was it about myself that was causing me to lose in the market, right? It was for sure, like, after sitting there, it was three things that stood out, right? Impatience, fear of missing out, and overconfidence after a win, right? And for a while, like, all of those things were running the show, right? And so I was just sitting there thinking, not sitting there thinking, but I was just there, like, after every single trade, trying to figure out what was happening. So I stopped trading to prove something and then started trading to survive, right? Meaning, like, I like, the whole thing wasn't for me to make the most money overall. The thing was to make money consistently, right? And that's like one of the main shifts that happened, right? Fewer trades and hard stops and walking away after hitting a daily goal, right? My daily goal is to hit $1,500. And after I hit that $1,500, boom, I was done for the day. Like, I was done. Like, there's no more trading unless I saw an opportunity that I couldn't resist. But overall, I would hit that $1,500 overnight session or Asian session. And then from there, I'll be good. And then the next day, if I do see an opportunity, I'll go ahead and take it. But primarily, $1,500 on Asian session worked out for me really well. And also, like, no revenge trading and not just one more trade. Like, it was pretty boring. It was very disciplined, but slowly, consistently started showing up, right? Green day stack, losses they controlled. Like, there's literally barely any loss. I think one day I took a loss of like $400 on the first time, like $400 overnight session or Asian session. And then the next morning I was able to, find my groove again. And then from there, take a profitable trade. So I literally was able to control trade drawdown in comparison, right? So I went ahead and gained those two funded accounts, and yeah, I treated it like a business. No lottery tickets. Just followed my plan, followed my rules, and followed the execution. And then it happened, right? I got my first payout. Like, as you guys can see here, I have two of them, two accounts. Got my first payout across the board. No adrenaline, no screaming, just relief. Like, honestly, when I got it, like, I was just there. I was like, oh shit, I did it. Cool, 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 cool. Like, I don't think it was about the money. Like, it was proof that with discipline, right, you can actually get really good at this. Risk management beats prediction, and then consistency beats talent. And that's the other thing, like, consistent. Like, like, it's crazy how much like consistency plays a factor in this. You don't have to win big every day. The thing is, you just have to win, right? And then every day doesn't have to be a trading day, right? And every hour doesn't have to be a trading hour as well. Every minute doesn't have to be looking at the chart. Mind you, I was looking at the chart. I think one thing that really shaped for me is when I looked at the chart for 2-3 hours and didn't take a trade at all. I was just waiting and watching the market and seeing how it react. That for sure helped me out as a whole. But yeah, if you're in the middle of blowing accounts right now, if you're in the middle of questioning yourself, if you feel like you're behind, you're not broken. You're just in the early stages, early in your journey. And right, like I was part of that. Like even though some of my friends got a payout before me, I was just like, whoa, how the hell? But overall, like I was just like, okay, he's on a different path than I am. I'm on a different path than he is. So therefore, like I can't really compare myself in that capacity. I just kept showing up every single day, looking at charts, and then from there, not really taking action. I was just trying to understand what was happening within the market, and then from there, I found a edge, and then I capitalized on it as much as possible. But overall, this is just the first payout of many, and the real goal is to repeat this, right? And doing it again and again and again. Like the goal for the year is $1 million. And if I have 5 funded accounts, $1 million is a $200,000 per funded account. And I think that's fairly reasonable. Like I don't think that's an outlandish goal, right? Like at all. So yeah, I think that's something that's for sure I can do. Um, yeah, the next video I'll be breaking down like what actually happened in my trading, right? The exact rules I stopped breaking and what not to do when trying to get funded. But overall, it was a good process and I'm happy that I'm finally there. And yeah, talk to you guys soon.